Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, give my honest thoughts on how the project is being ran. And today, I am very excited to be checking out the Marvel United Multiverse, but I gotta give a big shout out to Dragons and Geeks, who have a board game table out on Kickstarter right now, and I swear, I've seen your ad about 7 or 8 times, so money well spent, because I'm probably just gonna cover your dang thing right now. I'm so impressed with how many ads I've seen on there, and I want to see you succeed at that. But anywho, we're checking out the most popular project in all of Kickstarter right now and on games. That is Marvel United Multiverse, is a breaking through the multiverse, bringing with it heroes from alternate realities. So you're going to be able to play more of the stuff together, like your smash-ups, like your Dominions, mix more stuff together, except this time it's the MCU characters you know and love. Plus, they're letting me know, because I'm a hardcore gamer, and I know about the news of this, the who's, the whatnots, that they're also going to be reprinting this massively oversized Galactus statue, which, yes, is actually that stinking big. They went with the generic white background, which I'm never a big fan of particularly, but I will say with how much they actually have on the main screen, I don't have much of an issue right here. I see what I'm probably going to be buying. It's raised $786,000. Of course it is, because it's Marvel and it's CMON. I'd still like to know the player count, the time length, the age, the mechanisms, something about the game aside from, hey, it's this really popular Marvel game that's already really popular, you know. It's like this one. Oh, I can't wait to cover Hollywood 1947. I'm excited. That's tomorrow, though. We're at Marvel United Multiverse. I feel like this is going to Applebee's, and this is going to that really nice place in town where they handcraft everything. Except you go at Applebee's, you get drunk, because they're probably going to be about the same. No, they're not going to be about the same price, because that's a card game. Anyway, focus on Marvel United Multiverse, because it's an exciting game. It deserves a spotlight. Realities, galactics, villains, and new rules. Okay, stuff. We got a bigger box. It's actually thicker than the original box. Cool. It's going to be filled with tons of plastic. As always, when you go in the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's giggity go. Ooh, I like that music. Theme! Ooh. I don't paint, but my first thought is I want to paint these. I feel like these minis are drop dead gorgeous. Of course, it's CMON, who many of you, if you haven't been around for a decade or two, you might not know that it actually started as like just this website where you'd put minis and then people would rate them, and then it just turned into so much more. Thanks to Kickstarter, you know, it's really as much as people bag on CMON, and sometimes I think I do too. You know, I'll admit it. Sometimes I jump on that. It's low-hanging fruit sometimes. They really are a fantastic story about what can happen to a company with Kickstarter. Like, it's a really awesome thing. I get it. Tell me it's not just 2 minutes of this, though. This is getting ridiculous. Gameplay? Gameplay? Gameplay. Assemble your team. Totally different. Build your storyline. With all new dimensions of gameplay. Use on the draw card step and snap. I can't read them. Okay, power up with all new iconic equipment cards. I thought I was going to be able to read something fun and nice, but then you're like, no, don't read it. Read this. Power up with all new iconic equipment cards. Cool. I feel like if you are a returning backer, I feel like, yeah, you're like, okay, it's more of the same. And I imagine that's what a lot of this is going to be, and I'm very interested to see how they're doing on this, because it's always fascinating to me when you launch like a big box expansion, but then you obviously have the original thing. How many people are the returning customers, and how many people are the new customers? It's always interesting to see. I feel like right now we're definitely focusing more on the new customers, but it's also the IP, there's also the painters, like there's a whole bunch of different aspects to look into when I'm looking at this video. Which I think is kudos to the game, the fact that they made something that is going to be this broadly popular. You know, because this could be another Marvel Minis game, but if the Minis weren't that nice, you know, maybe, I don't know. Keep going. Oh, and this is once again why I don't like the plain white background on the marquee. I feel like letting me know that now we have solo play in this is a big deal. I think we could mention that on the marquee somewhere. And we don't. Marvel United is break through the multiverse, bring it with heroes from blah, 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 blah theme. Whatevs. I think you mentioned solo play. Especially solo play with so many possibilities. Because that means if I like this gameplay, I'm just going to have an infinite amount of possibilities to explore and play this game. Which is what I feel like most solo gamers really yearn for. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. That's the kind of game I want. That's why I like Dominion. You know, that's why Dominion's one of my desert island games, because there's literally so many expansions that every single game that I ever play of that ever is going to be slightly different. But yeah, so I really am interested in the game. But mentioned in the marquee, solo mode. Oh, the different realities are the different colored minis? Is that what's going on? I thought it was going to be bases. That feels... That can't be right. That cannot possibly be right, because that would be just a boatload of unused minis every single time. That can't be right. That can't be right, he said, as he secretly was saying, maybe it is right. No way. No way, though. Oh, yeah, now there's a big mini you can get. Got it. Cool. Okay. Looks fun. I want it. Do I want it after the video? Yeah, I do. I'm a Marvel... because here's the bottom line. If I look at this from a Marvel perspective, yeah, I do. I'd like to know the player count on it. I'd love to know if I can play this with my 9-year-old, because it looks like it. The symbology, the text on the card, it all looks relatively simple, but these are, once again, things you can put on the marquee. Just, yeah. So 54 created, 62 back. Steam is both the studio and publisher of great tabletop games like Zombicide, Cthulhu, Death May Die, Bloodborne, and Marvel Zombies. They do things. They do a lot of stuff. So they got 5 people in here, 6 people potentially doing the customer service there, 54 created. Like I said, they have done tons of stuff. It would take me a while to figure out how many things they have out pending, but we'll give it a whirl. We're going to look at the first 6. We're not going to go too deep. I don't think they have that many out right now. 24,000 comments. That's some really high engagement. The Season 4 resin samples, we're excited. So yeah, no, this one's not out. Dune, the double boxian thing. Let's see. First plastic samples. No, this one's not out. Cyberpunk. Let's see. Video Game 1, resin samples, stretch goals, and first color samples. This one's not out. Marvel Zombies. This one must be out. No, because there's the big Galactus mini. No, this is a dead Galactus mini. Is there actually a dead Galactus mini and a living Galactus mini now? Is that the world we're living in, or is that the same one? Because I kind of want to know that now. We'll figure it out in a minute. Because if there's 2 of those, if these are going to be massive collector's items, Kickstarter's extravagance is just, it's amazing. 102,000 comments. I think that's the biggest number I've ever seen in the 600 episodes I've done of this. That is an astonishingly large amount of comments. That is so... Wow. That just blew my mind. Okay. Wave 1 delivering Galactus sample. This should be hopefully out. Last update regarding Wave 1 shipping. While all other hubs have fully delivered all Wave 1 boxes a while ago, unfortunately the USA hub delivery was not as smooth. And I imagine that's probably the majority of the people. Yeah, that's the overwhelming majority of the people. So, do we need to go back more than 6? I said, surely we won't have to go back more than 6, he said foolishly. Final call for change of addresses. That means no. That means we're close. Means we're close, right? So, holy guacamole, where it said Marvel X-Men United, that one is out. I know that one is out. I've seen people's stupid boxes that are stupidly tall as their children. 6 projects out pending. That's not great. I mean, it's still CMON, so I'm not particularly worried about it, honestly. But if you're one of those people who, like, doesn't like to support someone until they ship out the thing, then that's good to know. And also, that really kind of pokes a hole in this whole Kickstarter is going to, like, really start enforcing people who haven't shipped out things thing. Because wasn't that a thing? Wasn't that a thing where they're like, oh, we're going to start enforcing that? And they did with some people. I guess that's only if you don't make them enough money, maybe. I don't know. 1 to 5 players, ages 14 plus 40 minutes. Fantastic. So 40 minutes. I had the wrong one queued up. I was waiting in tomorrow's. Oh, it might have been me. I'm really bad at that. So $65 Multiverse pledge. So you get the game with minis. How many minis is it? Marvel United Multiverse core box, the Wrecking Crew, and all stretch goals. Wrecking Crew, a quartet of villains that act together as a team. So the Wrecking Crew is that the Kickstarter exclusive? K, Pile Driver, Thunderball. I'd love to see the card too, like what they do. Maybe it's just symbols. It's probably just symbols, but still, there's more to you than just minis. So that's the game. How many minis is in this? I'd like to know that. So I feel like this is a really lazy component area here. Hey, here's the game set up. Here's some stuff you get. Moving on to the pledge level that you're actually going to buy. Like, we're not even going to pretend like this is the one you're going to buy. Because chances are the majority is bigger. Because this is dipping your toes if you're a new person. And the reason why I say that this is obviously not going to be the most popular one is this is you dipping your toes in a new person. There's going to be dipping your toes if you want everything. There's going to be, hey, you got everything last time, but now get dipping your toes. No, they'll probably just go everything. So there's probably going to be 3 pledge levels here. Just speculative. But CMON does lots. Oh, but then I didn't even throw in Galactus. So the Herald pledge comes with this, that, and this. So this is in that. Okay, so it's not 3 separate boxes. This is in that box. Is that what's going on? No, I think it's a separate box. So this one comes with Wrecking Crew. Is that the big thing? No, this is the Wrecking Crew. Multiverse core box. Wrecking Crew. Multiverse core box. Wrecking Crew, all stretch goals. Plus, oh, they did the plus. The Coming of Galactus. I see now. I'm so burned out on CMON and how they do and manipulate Kickstarter. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that a little bit. I was saying at the very beginning, like, I'm really excited for tomorrow because I'm covering, like, this this is a card game. Like, how does this make $300,000? I'm excited to see it, but it's going to have, like, really fun gameplay, I think. Fingers crossed. Okay, so all the stretch goals. Because, yep, that's how it is. You get more plastic, 3, 6, 9... 12, 15, 16 stretch goals with the cards. Oh, yeah, we got cards, too. You don't want to see these, though. You want to see all the gorgeous, juicy text on these. You want the minis. Can we zoom in a little bit more on the other stuff? You're in for the treat for the number of pledge levels. No. I hope this is not sarcasm. Oh, 2, because there's only 2. Good. I hate yours as well. I like to just put you are. Multiverse United. So now we're looking at the components. So we got the core box. Cool. So there's only 2 pledge levels. Okay. Nice. So I thought there was already a game. This is 23 centimeters tall, 12.5. So this is mind-boggling to me. CMON is a company based out of the United States of America. I believe in Atlanta or Georgia or something like that. Why are you telling me centimeters? I know it's the base measurement we use for covering minis, but 9-inch tall miniature versus 23 centimeter tall miniature for the overwhelming majority of the people that are here, 5,521 to the rest of the world. It's so weird to me that they would not have both, especially if you're trying to convey to me just how impressive the mini is, which you are. And now we're getting all the other components. This is the stuff I want to see. How many cards we got? 4, 10, 32, 100 and something. Cool. What is this? This is a gameplay? Cool. Gameplay. Good. They got Travis. Scooped up Travis. Travis is very entertaining. Marvel United, Multiverse. So they got gameplay. Straight 2 gameplays. Awesome. Commander solo mode in the Coming of Galactus starts at 37 minutes. That's a great little tidbit of information. I really do. I appreciate that. This is what I'm saying. This is why I love doing this segment. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to make fancy graphics. You just got to do the little things like this. This is really useful. If I'm making the decision, do I want to spend the extra money to get the stupid Galactus? So I like that. I like that a lot. The rule booklet, please be aware, work in progress. Got it. Articles, note, anything with Kickstarter exclusive is exclusive. Stretch goals. So yeah, 2 pledge levels. So we got 65 noobs, 565, and then the 100 returning 7,268. Is that what it is? Because I think there was an original game on this. All right, so everybody wants the big thing, $100. Wow, it's $100? Wait. The price of everything's $100? Holy crap. I feel like we... full point grade bump down. A half point grade bump down for me. I feel like that's spotlighted. For the amount of plastic that is going to be in this box, this, I think... And I know they got the white. We just do the white, the blah, blah, blah. $100 is a fantastic price. $100... No, you don't just say $100. I think you say $100 all in. So they know that the $100 is just going to get, and then you put the 37 stretch goals. Because the bottom line is, everybody that gets into this part of the hobby where you're starting to watch videos and follow and stuff like that has heard something probably about CMON and how there's this issue with shipping and how they have 6 games outstanding, big games and stuff like that, and all the negative stuff. But the bottom line is, $100 all in. Tons of Marvel plastic, great for painters. Like, if I were a painter with disposable income, I'm saying, yeah, I'll just put this on the shelf because that's going to be fun to paint. I feel like we focus on exactly how many minis have been unlocked. I feel like we totally pivot to that price. That price is fantastic. Wow, $100, and I do need to, because this is just the CMON excitement, but this makes it so hard for every other small company trying to make a game with minis able to compete, because you can't help but say, oh, yours is 120 and you're only getting that much, when it's like the CMON, I gotta look at all this so much, and they're micro stretch goals, 30,000, 30,000, 40,000. Those do not sound like micro stretch goals, but when you think that this is CMON, those kind of are. When if this hits $2 million, you'd be like, okay, I'm not that surprised. You know, micro stretch goals for yours might be 300. For somebody else, they might be 3,000. For them, it's 30,000. And they have enough of a track record that they can absolutely kind of guesstimate those sort of things, which is why I feel like they do so many things on Kickstarter right. Hero piece, 12 cards. Look, I'm just looking at one stretch goal. 12 cards, 18 cards, 12 cards. Oh my gosh, it's so fantastic. I feel like I love everything here. I love so much. And then it's $33, $30. Yeah, of course. It's going to be stupid expensive shipping because we're going to get a massive box of plastic. So I'm looking at $150 now. But you got me. I was excited. I was excited that this game is going to be great and amazing. Because this game's already out, right? It's already out. That's the thing that kind of... I feel like we're leaning really hard on our name here. And not, like, what... I'm sure there's people who have... Yeah, this is a top 500 board game, right? Yes, this is... I don't feel like that was conveyed to me, because honestly, when I looked at it, I saw the symbology, and because here's the thing, I've heard of this game. I've seen this game on Facebook. I know people post stuff about this game, but that doesn't make me think that it's a great game. That makes me think that, yeah, it's pretty good, because it's so popular and it's so easy to take pictures of, and when you get that box, you want to show it off. Like when you get a Kickstarter all in, and I don't get many. Sometimes I get them as review copies, which is nice, but I don't get many. Those are fun to show off, so I get it. But man, top 500. Top 500. Wow. I feel like $100 in. All in. Top 500. I think we compile how many cards are here. I feel like we compile how many minis are here. I feel like we start getting some quotes from some top dogs, some game of the year stuff. I'm sure Tom Vassell said something nice about this. I'm sure there's plenty of other reviewers who have said stuff nice about this. And instead I don't know. I just feel like there's so much good stuff there. that is there, but maybe spotlight it more. Like the BGG thing, it's not even there. This is a top 54 family game of all time. Hey, you, person with $150 disposable income. Maybe you like to paint. Maybe your family loves MCU. Maybe you like to play games with your family. Maybe you like the idea of playing games with your family. Maybe you just like mushing together big hunches of plastic and pretending like you're Marvel characters. Check out this $150 in and out the door to the United States of America top 55 game of all time. Like, there's so much good here that could have been harvested that just bugs me. It is starting at 100. Give it a week, it'll be $350 for everything. I'm still happy with what I'm getting at 100, though. Like, yeah, maybe there's this stupid box with $350 where it's as tall as my 9-year-old. But I don't need that. Like, that $100 by itself. Like, that's such a like that is that's a full point grade bump up for how good of a grade that is. But then that's a half point grade bump up for how much I don't think they spotlighted it nearly enough. So let's see what the engagement's like. We got 7 comments, 34 comments, 60 comments, 12 comments, 27 comments. We're getting some good engagement here. 23, 27. Granted, there's tons of people in here. Let's see what the most engaging one is. 60. Look at that. Wow. You're showing me what it is, and you're showing me the information on the cards. All the info that you didn't want to show me in other parts of the Kickstarter are here, so I guess this is great. Yeah, it's probably my most wanted character that's not a complete this. Complete day 1, now complete some of these. I'm loving the parody of Hero of Evil stretch goals. I'd really love to see a Runaways box. Just people excited and talking here. And this is what I'm talking about. I have said this so many times. Ask people. Maybe Marvel, maybe they have no plans. Maybe they have all their stretch goals planned out. But still just asking people, hey, what characters would you love to see? There was one that was someone saying something, and then +1, and then +2, and then +3. That's 4 comments right there. That is churning that Kickstarter algorithm, and they're not even being asked what superheroes they want. So I would, like, that's, whoo. But so we're going to have a lot of updates here. But man, oh man, you got so much stuff. Your stretch goals are so good that it makes your updates bangers. That is brilliant to me. You know, that makes me want to actively check out your update because it's the 12 cards and it's this character I know. Maybe I play this character on Marvel Snap. Not to mention the popularity of Marvel Snap right now. With this coming out right now, that's some great timing. My 5-year-old son loves dinosaurs and dragons, so I need a quest for him. So this is just people talking in the comments. Final grade for Marvel United Multiverse. In and out, 22 minutes, nice and snappy as well. Do I want it? Yes, I do. It's a top 500 board game of all time. It's based on Marvel. It's from a company that makes gorgeous minis, and it's going to have tons of minis. It's got tons of variability. It's got a solo mode. It's got an absolutely obnoxiously large 9-inch Galactus miniature, which for most games I would scoff at, but the fact that this is a top 55 family game of all time means that I'm 95% that I'm probably going to keep this game. Like that right there. The more games you play, when you start to see a number that high, it's like, yeah, that game's probably going to be so good that, like, someone that might... I just feel like that was a missed opportunity. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. Your CMON. Duh. How much is it? Drop dead gorgeous price. So beautiful. $100 for the amount of plastic and minis in here, but just a complete drop of the ball. Like this. So 65... Like, I was expecting there was going to be another... So $100. So this is the $100 pledge level that I'm agreed with here. I want to see if I'm really wowed by it. Box, minis, stuff, and then we got this. And it's like, oh, and then these are all the stretch goals included. This is where we get to all the stretch goals, and this is where I start to get impressed. No, it's not! I was not impressed! I'm still not impressed, and once again, this is why I gave the half-point grade bump down. Because look at these cards. Oh yeah, there's the minis, but yeah, you get some cards too. What do I see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 11. I see 22 cards here. So there's 22 cards showing in the $100 area. That does not sound like an insane amount of variability to me. It sounds like good variability. I actually want to see how many cards it is versus what I thought, what you made me think before you made me scroll all the way down to the stretch goal. So 22 cards. So here's 20. Right off the bat, we're at 20, we're at 32, we're at 33, we're at 53 cards, we're at 65 cards, we're getting tokens now, we're up to 83 cards, 95 cards, 116 cards. What are we at? 134 cards. 135. I'm probably starting losing track, but only by a couple. 147. 165. 166. This is a whole game here. 178. 179. 197 cards. We're over 200. 209 cards. And you showed me 22. You get what I'm saying? And we keep going. Like, there's 200 cards you unlock. That is, like, why not lead with that? Like, that's, woo. The first two pledges will be the best value, but they will push the all-in when it's released. Therefore, you won't see the $100 pledge level being pushed, as they will want everyone to upgrade. Well, I implore you, good people of the internet, do not upgrade. This deal is too good, and I guarantee you that whatever that next deal is, I just don't see how it's going to be better. Like, that's 200 cards. 200 cards. There's so many cards. All asymmetrical. Okay, fine, okay. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. How much is it? Fantastic. Everything else, the main image, like, it's serviceable, but I feel like mentioning the solo mode, mentioning over 200 cards in 40 minutes unlocked to the expansion, $100 all in. Because when you combine the words $100 all in, so I get everything. Well, granted, you're going to tweak that in a little bit. Ooh, that's why. That's why. I see it. I see it, Sean. It took me a minute, but you are correct. That they're probably just good. So, because then if you put $100 all in, you get everybody all in, and then you change the all in. Well, that's the that looks bad. That's like the. So I'm glad that CMON's not doing that, because they've already done enough stuff like that in previous Kickstarters. Not saying they've done exactly that, but the things that people are like, that's why I don't like CMON, and this is why I don't like CMON. That's kudos for them for not doing that, because that's a great price. I'd be curious to see a second Kickstarter review video of a CMON campaign last 2 to 3 days to see what you think at the end and opinions on how it changed. Well, February's dead. I might give that a whirl. But final grade, I'm just stalling on it because there's things I absolutely love, and there's things that I'm like, yeah, but it's just, you got Marvel. Yeah, so I think we're in a B+, A-. Like, I feel like there's definitely some money that's left on the table, but I think a lot of that money that's left on the table is from people who just have a sour taste in their mouth about CMON currently. Because the thing is, when you have 6 outstanding projects, that is having, for them, thousands, probably tens of thousands, or over 10,000, easily, yeah, tens of thousands, it's realistic, tens of thousands of board gamers who are currently, they're not on your best side for one reason or the other. So yeah, I'm stalling on this. I'm going to go with a B+. Sean's go with a B- because I know in the coming days it will be a bloated mess, but I can enjoy the beauty of this Kickstarter page now, and the splendor of seeing that $100 price point. But then, in the coming days, yes, I will start to look at another miniatures game project with a great heart and soul and spunk, and I'll say, dang, that $130 price point, that's rough for 17 minis. And how do you handle that? How do I handle that? I don't know. But anywho, I'm going to go with the grade I went with, the B+. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for Marvel United Multiverse. And if you're enjoying the Kickstarter content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, as I'm trying to reach, what's the number? 19,000 subscribers this year to make 2023 my biggest year ever. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. No, I think it was 17,000. 17,000. Wait, so dang it. This is why I hang up post-it notes. 17,000. I'm not trying to hit 19,000. Don't get me that high.